Welcome back, everybody in YouTube land. My name's Brandon, and this is my 95 Mitsubishi Eclipse, formerly an Eagle Talon. So we got a lot to do today. We got to get the overlay fenders back on the car. Last week you saw we had them on, but we got to put a couple holes in them, get them mocked up permanently, got to drop the side skirt, and then we have to drop the rear bumper. So let's get that all done. We'll make sure this is sitting where it needs to be before we cut anything, and then we're going to keep working on the engine bay. So lots to keep shaving, still trying to decide if we want air conditioning or not. That kind of determines where the alternator sits with the relocation kits. And then it's just trying to see if I want to shave a couple of locations left with that where the old AC components were. But my kind of thought is July, August get very hot up in Toronto. I'm just trying to see if it's worth the trade-off of having a clean engine bay or a car that you can drive kind of every day when you want to, or is it going to sit in the driveway when it's 35, 40 degrees. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts on having AC or not, and let's get right into the build. Hit any of the spots from the old brake fluid leak just with the paint removing disc, just a couple areas that bubbled and things. I'm gonna just scuff up the rest of the bay, do a little clean prep on it. We still got a couple little spots to weld, but it's coming along. Not the prettiest welds. I got a hole here to fill. This is gonna be hidden, but I'm still gonna fill that with body filler. There's just a couple little spots that burn through. There's a spot up here, a couple little pinholes and things we gotta touch up. The old VIN plates was missing when I got the car, but just tack those holes up. That's what I was talking about, the AC right there. I don't know if I'm gonna pull this out, plate this. I think they sell like a 3D printed cover for that. I don't know what we're gonna do yet. And then just a few more things, like we welded just the old power steering fluid bracket that was here just to hold the actual, like the canister. So that's been welded closed. That was part of it as well for the AC lines. I think if I do run AC, what I'm gonna end up doing is just getting like custom lines done just to tuck it underneath, but this is the big hole here. So you have your dryer and everything sits down in here, but it's not the nicest looking thing. So if I'm gonna get rid of the AC lines, I think plate this up. I'll just template this out and put a piece of cardboard here and then trim it out on like 16 or 18 gauge steel just to cap that. So I don't know, with that said, like if I run AC, that sits in front of the rad and then behind the intercooler, so which I still have the brackets for, just right here, the mounting points. There, and there. I'm not gonna shave those. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Should we run AC, should we delete it? That's kind of where we're sitting at right now. I'll start working on this in the background just with the paint removal. And next video you'll see this should hopefully be in the process of being stripped out. These last holes should be tacked up, and then we can get into doing some epoxy primer on the bare metal. I still have to kind of research what we're gonna do for that, the best one, and then do some body filler on top of that, some seam sealer. So I gotta get all that, but we're gonna get to the back of the car now and do these overlays. I also don't think this is the best look. So we're gonna fix that too. We're gonna drop the skirt down. Gotta get this down, and then we can look at doing the overlay here. So the problem before was it was hitting right on top of this. I think we have to shave the bottom of the actual overlay just to take it down. So it sits flush kind of in here to keep that factory line. So put the screws here and they carry through. I'll have to get all this cleaned up. out of the door. I drop it like that. We'll clear the door, but now we're sitting below the side skirt. Ideally, I want to sit, I would think there, and then this gets cut off here, but I think I'm going to cut just in here, just to take this little edge off, and then I think I can pull it higher. So I got to shave here, well, right there really. You can see it's sitting high.
This is good right now because this is actually in line with your body line.
So if I do that, look at the rocking points right there.
Yeah, but still, you got to take it from here to 0.
Well, right here, that spot's literally, look at it, it's rocking.
See? Yeah,
So
but that still won't close this.
No, yeah.
So you got to go from, I would go from here
all the way up
to 0.
Which will close that.
And then it'll close it up a bit. Then you'll create a gap here. So you got to do little by little.
I'm okay like that, actually.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good
It
there.
contours well with the body line. The only thing is to bring this in. If you go from here, right, see where the touching point is?
Yeah.
If you go from here to 0, then this will bring this up and this will bring this out. So you have to remember that you're going to have to go slowly.
Well, because look at even here, it's not rounded.
Yeah. It's just like doing finished carpentry, right? You have to go little by little with a belt sander or something to bring this in. And then as this...
Because talking about carpentry.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's the same thing in essence, right? Because once you close this gap, say you're like doing millwork or closing up trim, you're going to pull this in, but this is going to come out.
Okay, plug the channel. What's the channel name?
Well, if you want to see anything tool tips or tool related or construction related, any DIY things, check me out at G Tool Tips.
G Tips. I'll link it below.
Just the tips.
Just the tips. See? Because right there, I'm good on the back here.
The back you're okay, yeah.
And then I can pull that in.
It's just when you want to bring this in, this gap at the top of the rear quarter here.
This guy, we're filming and these guys phone on loud.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, God.
Okay, so when you want to bring this gap in, you will never be able to close this gap without taking this lip all the way down to 0.
We're tight here. This is all tight. So everywhere else is good.
I mean, like, did Carbonetics design this to sit inside of here? Because I feel like that'll always rub.
No, it's supposed to sit out.
It's supposed to sit out?
So past. So you see like
that body line?
The body line, same as back here. You see this body line. So I think what we got to do is I'm going to throw a couple self-tappers in here. We'll throw a self-tapper, and then at least those lines are there. Then I can actually play, so I'll pre-drill these, self-tap them, and then I can play around with, let's see what I did there. I can play around with this guy here.
Let's play around with it, bro.
Sometimes you like to do it yourself.
Sometimes you got to play with it.
It's just do it yourself. Do you like to do it yourself?
Okay. I see it. Right now,
I think, yeah.
I would start with just here, just this radius.
Yeah.
And then start taking away this slowly.
That's
Don't go right to 0 right away.
Yeah.
Just take like this.
I'm not going to drill this one yet. I'm not going to drill that one. Maybe just 1, 2, just in case they move when we pull that.
Because right now your body line's good at the bottom.
Yeah.
So at least you know
You got a nice body too, man. Thanks.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay. All right, so let's get a drill bits and we'll get that set up. It was G Tool Tips, just popping by. Okay, we're gonna pre-drill out 1, 2. So this would have been actually perfect for those Pleco things. Flares out a little bit, which is stopping the taillight from just kind of pushing out. Hey guys, I think we're good today. We've got this sitting now how we want it to do. A little bit of adjustment left. See, it's sitting a little bit high here. So just gotta take this down a little bit further. Good gapping through. And then just maybe play with the hole. So I want this to sit. I want to carry this body line across like that. So this obviously just has to be trimmed off like right there. We'll get the side skirt on. I'll get bolted in there and there. And then just gotta put riv nuts and things in here, but I think overall it's sitting pretty good. A little massaging. So once we get all this finalize and mocked up, I can play around and just kind of smooth this out and just get this sit nice and clean. And then the front, same thing. So gotta finish drilling some holes in this one, and then new rib nuts in the front, but it's gonna sit pretty wide. So this will sit like that ideally. So you'll have that same kind of point that sticks out here, which will be the same as this. It's gonna have that step out look. And then when you go around to the back, we still gotta cut the bumper behind here. We're gonna trim this out, and then this will pull in. So this is right now is sitting, so we're gonna trim this out. It gives a little bit more room. This will sit kind of like that. You can see how much wider the car really is. And then we're gonna build a little piece that'll tuck up inside just to keep stuff from spraying out. So I see a lot of people they cut back the fender and then they just cut it like in a pie shape and then just kind of push it back up and weld it. Not saying there's anything wrong with that, but the issue when you do that is you cut that and then you slice it like that, tuck it back and tack weld it up, and yeah, you have a nice bigger wheel gap, but I don't want things spraying up in side of here. This is a big gap. You get a big rock up in here. You know, if it rips that, it's going to rip through fiberglass. You have a piece of steel here. If it's 16 or 18 gauge, whatever it is, just to get the flex in, it's going to hit that. It's going to block water from coming through here. Same thing here. We'll do something in the back. Just really overall clean it up. I got to get a new taillight or some rubber there. That's kind of all broken. They're from 1995. So you're going to get little things like that. And then you've got to close in some of the gap. So I don't know if this is just because my taillights are missing something there. Like it looks like there's a piece of trim missing. This is sitting better. Before how I had the bumper, this was sitting low. There was like a 1/4 inch gap below here. So, but I gotta play with the spacing. So let me know what you guys think. I'll leave you with some overall body shots of the car. And then next week I've got something special coming up. The Supra is getting the roof cut off right now, so we ended up going with the target top. So that'll be next week's episode, and then I'll be working on this in the background just to do this side, get the same thing done as that side, and then get some of this paint stripped off like we said before. So lots going on. Drop a follow, drop a like. Appreciate all the support, guys. We'll see you in the next one.